in? Are you in healthcare? Are you in education? Are you in agriculture? Are you in finance? Are you in manufacturing? Are you in retail, beauty, fashion? All right, so healthcare, finance, social media, thing, creative agency, agri-tech. There is someone who needs to read themselves. Do that quickly. All right, so creative agency, agri-tech, finance, healthcare, social media. Let's see more. Okay, Bondo from Kenya in aquaculture. For those who just joined, we are using this link. All right, so we have a few sectors here represented. I'm assuming you have a bit more. Hair care, skin care, okay, beauty also is in the room. Wholesale, okay. Marketing, interesting. So we have various sectors also represented, right? And this goes to show you it doesn't matter what you're doing, you know, everyone needs a brand, everyone needs marketing. You can't say, oh, for me, I manufacture things, I don't need to promote them. These days, you know, any sector needs, you know, social media, marketing, branding. So this is great. All right, so let's go to the third question. In one word, so this is more in general. So in one word, what makes a brand unforgettable to you, right? So this is, think about the brands that you use on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a skincare brand, whether it's a hair care brand, whether it's a shoe brand, for those of you who are in like fitness or clothing brand, or whether it's an app that you use and you like how, you know, the app is designed and user-friendly, car brand, you know, like what makes all these different brands unforgettable to you? Like when you think about that brand, it evokes some feelings. You know, what makes a brand unforgettable to you? Let's see. Someone is saying how it makes me feel. Very interesting. All right, let's get a few more answers. It can be one word also. What makes it really stand out? If you think about like, you know, products like Apple, Nike, you know, we have all these brands that have stood the test of time. And you think about them, you're like, man, they have figured out something. Or it's probably not a brand that is well known, but when you think about it, you really like it. So I'm seeing feelings, usefulness, how it makes me feel, viral on social media. Interesting. Benefits, relatability, closeness, how it makes me feel, usefulness, feelings. Very interesting. Practicality. All right. So most of these answers are about you, the user of the brand, right? I can relate to it. It's useful, you know, it's helpful to whatever it is I want to achieve. I feel close to the brand. It's practical. It gives me some benefits, but it's very interesting that most of the answers here are about feelings and emotions, basically what it evokes in you. Very interesting. Thank you all for sharing. Let's move to the next question. For those of you who joined late, you can also join this Mentimeter. Just put it in the chat. We're going to move to the next question. All right, so I'm assuming everyone here is on social media in one way or another. Let's see. If you have a social media presence, regardless of which platform that you strongly use, which of the following does your company struggle with the most? Is it, you know, creating consistent content? Is it growing your audience? Is it knowing what to post? Is it, you know, how do I measure success? You know, is it by number of followers alone? Is it by how people are engaging with our content? Is it like how it converts into clients? Is it building an authentic brand? You know, sometimes you are just following the blueprints of what others have done, but sometimes it doesn't feel authentic to you. What do you guys struggle with the most? I'm seeing creating consistent content. And I think, yeah, this is a very common struggle, having an active presence online. Knowing what to post. Yeah, that's a very valid one as well. Sometimes you feel like you've run out of ideas. What else are we going to put out? Should we jump on every trend that is coming so that we stay on top of the algorithm? Yeah, measuring success is another one that I'm seeing a lot. All right. Diko, hopefully this is helpful for you also to see where people in the audience are. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Good, good. All right, so we're going to move to the next question. All right, so how strong is your marketing function today? So many companies do establish some form of marketing function. Some companies invest heavily in this function. Some companies have started hiring like social media managers. You have a marketing department, and others they outsource this. It's on a needs basis. If we have a campaign, we'll pay attention to it. And for others, the approach is usually, okay, we will do what we need to do. If we need to put it out there, we will, which, inadvertently makes their brand or their marketing a bit weak because it's not something that they're intentional about. So if I look at this, Sabah is saying that it's very strong. You invest in it heavily. That's very good. For this to work, you also need to put some dollars behind it, even though part of what we're trying to discuss today is like, how do you maximize the budget you put into marketing, because you also don't want to spend unnecessarily on this. Seeing it's all right, it could use some changes. Some people are saying it's weak at the moment, which is perfectly fine for now. And that's hopefully why you're here, so that we can work on this. Yeah. So we have people across the spectrum, people who are really confident in their marketing for now, and those who say it's weak, and those who are saying, yeah, we've tried some things, but it could use some strengthening. All right, let's go to one more. So just checking on platform here. Which platform do you currently use the most for your brand business? So this is asking the most. So you could be using all of these, but which one do you default to? Which one do you interact with the most? Which one has the most followers, for example? All right, so a lot of Instagram, no, not Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, some Instagram, no TikTok. I wonder if this is a generational issue or if this is reflecting where we are as founders. So no one is saying TikTok. Maybe you have some TikTok, but it's not, your primary platform. All right, so a lot of Facebook, very interesting. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, the other one are anyone's primary. Someone is saying none. So you have no social media presence at all. Okay, so LinkedIn and Facebook. This is surprising to me too. Facebook is not really what first comes to mind. Usually when I'm looking for businesses, I don't usually think of finding them on Facebook. So this is very interesting. I think that might be the last question. All right, so we'll stop it here. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for sharing. I think it's helpful to start knowing where people in the audience are. Thank you once again for being here. I will now pass it on to Diko so that she leads us into the core of the content today. And, like I said in the beginning, let's make it interactive. I saw some of you put some questions for Diko in the link that was shared earlier, but you can also put some questions in the chat as we go, so that this is of value to you, and, you can get some tips of things you can practice right up after this call. So Diko, over to you.
Thanks. Amazing. Thank you so much, Annecy. And it's so lovely to meet everyone. Now, I am coming from a video company. So we usually open our Zoom and open our video so we can see each other's faces. Otherwise, I just see a bunch of black and white squares and just names. So it would be amazing if you open your camera. We also usually take a selfie, kind of like remind us that we were here tonight. Oh, great. I see beautiful faces. Kimia, hi, Libby, Alexander, Martin, you are driving, so be careful. Who else? Dawson, Maureen, Brian, Claudine. Okay, amazing. Still some more people, please. Open, open. Great, great. Anisi, I'm going to ask you to help me to take a beautiful like a screenshot of us. Do you
Sure.
know how to do it? Yeah.
Yes,
Just make
I'll
sure
do
that, yeah, because I see only the speaker view right now. I think you have an option to change it to have like this window view where we can see everyone.
Sure. And I'll need to
Amazing.
smile. You know, that's
Smile.
all right, done.
Amazing. Love it, guys. Okay, so now that we can see your beautiful faces, now I feel more confident that I'm not just talking to an empty wall, but actual faces. And thank you so much for being here. Oh no, some people just off their cameras. Like, oh, we're done with the selfie. I off the camera. I saw you, Libby. I saw you, Libby. Okay, wonderful, guys. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Diko, and I am with the NAS Daily team. I've been with the NAS Daily team for almost 5 years by now, and I want to know who knows what NAS Daily is. If you know who NAS Daily is, type 1.2 in the chat. I'm opening my chat, so I'm going to see how many people really know who NAS Daily is. 1.2 from Anisi, great. No one else knows what NAS Daily is. Alexander, 1.2, awesome. Keep them coming, keep them coming. 1.2, Sawa. Okay, only 3 people know what NAS Daily is. Oh, then I really need to introduce myself much more. Okay, then let me tell a bit more about NAS Daily and what we are doing. But before that, okay, some more people. Great, great. So I'm going to share my desktop. So you might get an infinity. Sorry, not this one. And then there is my, yeah, there you go. So because I cannot share my application for some reason. So I think I need to share my entire screen. I think I need to share my entire screen.
All right.
It doesn't allow me to just share just like one window.
Are you able to put it in presenter mode so that your entire screen is that document?
I think I should be. Let me just go back.
I can read your, yeah. Okay.
Can you see the entire screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So NAS Daily is basically a content creator that has 70 million views, and we create content about interesting things, interesting people, innovations, and we most of the time go viral. And then we've been doing it for more than 8 years. And then a couple of years ago, around 4 years ago, we also started our own agency, which helps brands grow their social media and create viral content. So that more or less about me. Now I would like to get to know you. I know we did a little bit of Mentimeter, but I would love to hear a few voices also, your beautiful voices. So unmute yourself, and in less than 30 seconds, tell me who are you, where are you from, and a fun fact. Some fun fact about yourself, but less than 30 seconds. Okay, who wants to go? Unmute yourself. Don't be shy, guys. You can also like put your virtual hand up and unmute yourself. Yes, I can hear somebody unmuted, but I don't know who is that.
Let me go.
Awesome, Martin, go ahead.
All right, my name is Martin Sali. I'm from Kampala, Uganda, and my company is Smart Foods Limited, and we do soy foods processing. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Amazing. And the fun fact about you?
Nothing really funny about me, I can say. I'm a workaholic, I can say. Just love to keep on working, working,
Okay.
and working.
Okay,
Yes,
that
and I
also
love money.
works.
So, yeah, so if you have money, you're
Okay, love it, Martin. Love money. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right, one more, quick. Alexander, go.
Hey. Hi, Alexander from Nairobi. Fun fact, I'm a twin dad.
Whoa, that's so cool. I also didn't know that. Wow. We need to talk more so I know your fun facts. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So now let's talk about social media. What are we actually going to discuss today? And why are we here? We're here because marketing is hard. I could see also on your Mentimeter that many of you have problems, and especially when it comes to social media. You have new formats coming up, new trends, new platforms. It's also confusing, right? And then the question is, how do you stay consistent? How do you create viral videos? So I have some good news for you. We know how to create viral videos, and I'm going to put this knowledge into your head now. So all that knowledge that I have here, I'm just gonna put it out there, and it's up to you how much you observing and how much you get out of this. Because I'm gonna share everything with you. So make sure that you take screenshots, you take notes, and then write down any questions you have. So what are we going to cover today? We are going to talk about designing content that converts, growing organically without ads, and building a magnetic personal organizational brand. Now, why social media is still the most powerful tool? One of the reasons for that, can you see the picture? For some reason, it doesn't show me. Can you see the picture?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Never mind. It's okay. We just go through this because it reach billions of people for free. So basically, the picture is from a BCG. The BCG done a study which shows that how many social media users are in the world. So this is still a really, really good tool for people. Some people use traditional media, but now social media, everybody's scrolling. And how many of you are scrolling? Put 2.2 in the chat if you like scrolling social media. I cannot see the chat, so honestly, you need to tell me if the answers are coming in, okay?
Yes, I'm seeing Salwa, Martin, Maureen.
Love it, love it. Okay, so this is the way to
Amber.
reach billions of people for free. Then also you have, I don't know why my pictures are not working. Oh, that's not good.
me know
Let
if
me
you
stop
can share the
sharing it.
Canva, and then I can also see if I can share from my end.
I can actually do that and then see if that works. Wait, where are you? But it's weird. I never have this issue. Maybe let me also just restart the Canva itself. Maybe it was
Yeah.
not loading. Oh, now you can see it. Okay. Now you can see it. No issues.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let me just quickly share some technical. All right. Do you see my desktop? And do you see my screen? And this beautiful lady
Yes.
looking?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we are going to talk about the golden tree because this is going to help you to really understand when it comes to content, how to create viral content. So the golden tree is simple, organized, relatable. Oh, reach billions of people. Okay, here is the picture. So this is the African Business Heroes. So originally, Africa Business Heroes last year had around 30,000 followers. Now it's 114,000 followers. But it's not just about the followers. It's also about like how many people you can reach. So you see some of the videos reach as many people as 1.4 million people across the world. Now that's power. 1.4 million people know about what Africa Business Heroes does and then whatever we shared in this video. So if you also create these viral videos and then people will know what you are doing, what your product is. But we are going to talk about what is the content that goes viral, right? The other thing about social media that it's an instant feedback loop. And I know why I put this video here. This lady here on the right side is called Diara. And Diara did something extremely genius. She's a fashion designer. And then what she did, she didn't even create the clothes yet. She just created the design of the clothes. And then she put it out on her Instagram and said, this is option A and this is option B. 2 designs. Which one do you like more? And then she has around 100,000 followers. The followers just went bonkers. Everybody started to give a poll whether it's the first option or the second option. So this was a really good way for Diara to know what kind of design does the audience and her customers, because
Is it just me or Diko is frozen?
I no longer hear again.
I thought
Okay.
it was me.
Yes, at first, but then I saw some people's faces moving. Let's give it a few seconds. Hopefully she can come back.
hello. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay, awesome. Sorry. Oh, okay. Now I can share it this way. I don't know, something was wrong with Zoom. Okay, now that the whole thing restarted itself, it's much better. Okay, so the other thing when it comes to social media is social media has such an important role when it comes to building a community. So the social media followers is not just about like, oh, I get the followers and that's it. Now the many researchers are showing that this increases the brand trust. So how you look at the social media is that you bring people in to watch your content. So create a viral content, you bring people in, they become a follower, and it's much easier to convert followers into customers than random people. So that's how people will look at your social media, and then because they follow you, that increases your brand trust. And influences buying decisions more than traditional media. Now, let's talk about how are you going to design content that converts. So number one is to understand your audience's mindset, not just random, like understand your persona, who is your persona, but like really go beyond demographics. Think about like what motivates them, what are the struggles they have, what are the desires I have, what are the different pain points they have. Ask them like what keeps them at night, what are they dreaming about, what's stopping them. Like really ask these questions and narrow down who your audience is. Then the other one is when you figured out who your audience is, of course, this is going to help you to decide which platform you're going to focus. If you have a lot of Gen Z audience, TikTok is of course better. If you're more like B2B and professionals, then LinkedIn is better. But anything in between could also work. And then the other thing is that once you figured out like who your audience is, then you need to use the language they already use. So very important to understand that if you have like a Gen Z audience, you start using the Gen Z lingo. And if you are a little bit more professional, then you keep the tone of voice a bit more professional. So you really need to put yourself into the shoes of the audience and think like them. Because what you really need to figure out is what would make them stop scrolling. What does it mean? That they see your video and then you grab their attention and then they will watch your video, right? Okay, so the number one thing, no matter who your audience is stop selling. Many people make this huge mistake that you look at their Instagram and it's all about buy one, get one free. This is a big sale. This is the best product. It's on your face and just says buy, 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 buy. So of course, me as a just a casual stroller, I don't want to watch this content. I don't want this sort of ad appearing on my feed. I will be like, okay, no, unfollow, or you are not interested. So what do you do instead? You tell a story. You focus on storytelling. Now, how do you tell a good story? You, through this good storytelling, you engage and provide value. And we're going to look at like, how do you come up with an interesting story? Okay, we have some of these things that, this is a very interesting company. It's called Nala. It's also run by an African person called Benjamin. And Nala is now a very big company. Nala is basically a fintech company. So if you look at this page, and then you can check it out after we are done with this workshop, it does not even talk about money and does not even talk about finance, or how basically the offer is, or their product is that they help you to send home money. Like if you live in UK or US, you can send home money to Africa. If you look at it, it's like almost no mention of money on it. What we did itself, we created a channel called Nala Loves India, and then we talking about interesting stories that grab people's attention, and we focus on stories that would grab the Indian people attention, because obviously the target audience are the Indian people. So please do check it out, like what kind of content is created there and how interesting and engaging the content is. It has nothing, it doesn't talk about Nala at all. So what I'm trying to say that if you have a product, let's say you are selling a skincare product, right? So you have two options. One is that you put this skincare and then keep saying, buy this, great stuff. Maybe you work with an influencer, but even the influencer is just going to sell it like, oh, buy this is amazing skincare. People will feel like maybe it's not even authentic. People will not follow you. But what you can do is to provide engaging content. Now, how are you going to do that? You can share relatable stories. You can show transformation. So for example, with a skincare product, I can show a transformation story when it show like how somebody looked like 6 weeks before and maybe like a not so nice face, and 6 weeks after using this skincare. Maybe I can work with influencers who like to do this kind of challenges. Like for 30 days, I use this skin product and this is what happened to my face, right? So the people like this sort of transformational stories. You can also show behind the scenes, like, for example, like how do you create this skincare product? That could be also an interesting content. Or like, how do you apply this skincare product? How-tos and demos. And of course, you can work with UGC and creators itself. So when it comes to your audience journey, what is the most important and how you need to create your contents? First of all, you need to have a very strong hook. And we are going to talk about what is the hook and how does a strong hook looks like. So the first 2 seconds is the most important 2 seconds in your video. First, so let's say if you have a 60-second video, the first 2 seconds is the most important 2 seconds in the entire video. I want you to just like really engrave it into your head. The first 2 seconds. Did you get it? If you got it, please type 2 sec in the messages. Anisi, are people typing 2 sec? I want to make sure that they really got this.
Yes, one, yes. Malak, Laura,
2 sec.
Kimia, yes, Jordan,
Love it.
Sarah. Yes.
Love it. Love it. Amazing. So the first 2 seconds, you hook them. Then the next 10 seconds, you hold them and you maintain the interest. So after you hook them, and we're going to discuss how you hook them, you still giving them something which hold them. Then towards the end, you give them also more value. So something like, how can I help you? So maybe educate them, maybe entertain them. And the very, very last should be your call to action. All right. So what makes people click? Strong hook. Okay, so you saw a very powerful hook. But wait, I'm going to show you one more time. Can I play it? Let me play. No, it's not playing. Is it playing?
No.
No? Oh God, I think the internet is not very strong.
Yeah, Diko, are you in Singapore? The internet in Singapore is it slow?
It's also could be the Canva, and I'm playing the video at the same time. So basically, this video is an emotional hook. It says this country is the smallest country in the world, or in Middle East, right? So I already hook you in emotionally, that because I entice curiosity, but I'm not telling you what this country is. Do you know which country is this? You can guess. I want to see people guessing.
You said the smallest
sorry.
country in the Middle East?
Yes. Okay. This just keeps playing if I show it one more time. And it's very loud. Oh, sorry. The smallest Muslim country, right? But I don't tell you which country is it. So I hook you in. This is how I hook you in. If I start this video and say, hey guys, I am in Bahrain. Oh, I just told you which one is it. Never mind. I'm in Bahrain and we are here and this is like a smallest Muslim country in the world. You would not be that hooked. Okay, so it's very important that it's almost like a clickbait. I don't give you immediately away, but I give like such a strong fact that I entice your curiosity. And you want to know which one is this country. Do you want to know? Everybody wanted to know, right? Give me thumbs up. And Anissa, tell me if people are giving thumbs up. Yes? You wanted to know. Correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's what's emotional hook is. The other one, you saw that it's a toilet going down. Maybe I do this and I just show it this way. Okay. Yeah, this way is better. So this one is called the visual hook. Okay, I need, because it keeps playing. So that sort of visual hook, you saw it's a toilet, but it looks like there is coffee inside the toilet and it's like going down the drain. It's super interesting. I never seen something like that. So that's what's called the visual hook. Like the first 2 seconds visually something mind-blowing. All right. So these are the hook. Let me know if you have any questions. Anissa, let me know if somebody has questions about hooks. Or we can take questions towards the end.
Or they can be putting the questions in the chat as we go as well.
Yeah, just let me know if there are questions because I don't see the chat.
Sure.
Awesome. Okay. So after you hook them, you need to provide value. Now, how do you provide value? So for example, if I'm a health company, okay, and then I want to educate, I said, how you provide value, you educate or entertain, right? This is how you provide value. This is how you hold them their interest. And this is how you keep them their interest, right? So you educate or entertain. Now, many people think like, okay, I am a healthcare brand. I'm going to educate people about like how important it is to drink water. And they write up something like this. If you intake minimum quantity of 2 liters of H2O on a daily basis, you will remain hydrated and enjoy a greater level of positive health. Will you scroll away? If you will scroll away, put 9.2 in the chat.
Yeah, people are
Okay.
putting it back.
Okay, I see. Okay, 9.2. Jordan will scroll away. Anisi will scroll away. Malak will scroll away. Amazing. Exactly. Nobody wants to do, when you are scrolling, you don't want to hear this sort of complicated, I don't understand. Basically, if your brain doesn't immediately get it, it doesn't want to put an effort to understand. You would feel like you are in a science class. You hate it, right? Okay, so instead of choosing this very complicated language, we use something simple language. So this is how the simplicity comes in. So I can just say, water is good for you. And how many of you make this mistake that you are trying to use your corporate, your like scientific lingo, and then put a video out there and then people just don't watch it. Maybe you have like 100 views or maybe a couple of thousand views. This could be one of the reasons that the language is not simple enough. So people just don't feel that they want to put an effort to understand what you're trying to say. Cool? All right. So this is the first. And then what's the solution? You need to unlearn English. I know it's a kind of controversial thing, but you need to unlearn English. People, when they learn English, they start using these very fancy words like satiate, guzzle, hydrate, quench, consume, digest, slurp. No, it's just drink. So keep it simple. All right. So let's do an exercise. Do I have time? Ooh. Okay. Let's do an exercise quickly. This is a really complicated. Actually, we can make this as a homework, Anisi. Take a screenshot and do this exercise as a homework. I want you to take this, okay, and then make it into a simple script. Don't ask ChatGPT. You need to work on it. All right. I can also take a screenshot. I can send it to you, and Anisi can also send it to you. Do this exercise. So this is going, and then I can also have a look at it. If you want to send it to me, you can send it to me, and I can give you feedback on your script. All right. So the actual video, because this is not what we use, got 200 million views. It had 10 million engagement. So basically what we did, this was actually a nice daily video that we made about this landfill. And it's like one of the most boring thing, like it's about trash. So who is going to watch a video about trash? Well, 200 million people watched the video about trash. And it's all because we simplified it. I am not going to show how we did it because then you will know, okay? But if you send it to me, you get as a homework, I am happy to give you feedback. All right, and the last thing is CTA. So what kind of CTA works, or how do you hook people in, or how do you even convert people in? Free stuff always works. DM me for a free guide. Book now and you get 1 free hour coaching with me. Those kind of always works. Then call out what exactly you want people to do. Do you want them to your website? Do you want them to go to your link tree? Do you want them to buy something? Right? So when you are designing, because we are also talking about conversion, thinking about what is the journey of your audience. So when we started to work with one of our clients, we realized that the good content was put out there, but the website was not getting more views and they were not getting more app downloads. So we are a social media company. So we created good content. It went viral. The followers increased, but the conversion didn't increase. Then we were like, this is something wrong. And we asked them, can you give us some more information? We want to help you. And then we realized that the funnel was not clear. There was no proper CTA. Then people didn't know where to go. After they went on the website, they didn't know where to download. So it was like very messy. So we work with them and we make it more simple. So it's very important that you simplify the journey as simple as possible. There is a rule that the least they have to click on something, the higher the conversion rate is. So don't take them through 3-4 different stops and you do this, and after you do this, you do this. Simplify as much as possible. All right. Then the second part that I wanted to talk about is not just the content, and I saw that this is one of the pain points you guys have, is how do you keep consistency, right? Because that's very important on social media. So with reach equals to engagement, relevance, and consistency. Because if I have a great video idea and I put it out there, but I only post on Monday, or let's say on TikTok or on Instagram, that's not gonna be enough. I have to keep consistently posting, let's say 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And then when you are posting, you also need to think about a couple of things, like when am I publishing? It's not just about hit publish and that's it, you are done. What happens after you publish? It's very important that you engage with the people. You like if somebody comments, you immediately reply. You like their comment. And then keep the conversation happening. A lot of people think like, oh yeah, okay, like, comment, whatever. And then we see that no one is engaging in the comments. Think about that the comment section is like an engagement. And now there are so many ways to also encourage people to comment. You can say, comment and I send you a free guide, right? Or a comment and I will give you, I don't know how many % discount. So it's always a two-way street. This is a conversation, right? You can go live, you can ask questions, and then of course, understand what are the best practices for TikTok and LinkedIn. Okay, so this is my my last slide. So what's very important to understand that you have a viral video, you reach a lot of people, you convert these into followers, and the followers will be converted into customers. And this is the easiest way. And this is why you don't need to use ads, because once you have followers, they are almost like your have customers, like you already get them, like they already follow you, they already want to do what you are doing. And then this will also help you to, of course, increase your revenue, because once you convert into customers, that will increase the revenue. And that's it from my side. Good luck, everyone. And now I can open up for questions. I have 10 minutes to answer questions. And I see, I think people left some questions in the Slido, so maybe you can help me to read them out and then I answer them. And if somebody has a question, you can also put it in the chat.
And give me a second to open it.
Okay, until the time I answered Devson's question. Devson says, this is my biggest struggle in creating content. The English, since it's not my first language. Okay, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, who is your target audience and what language your target audience speaks? That's it. Unmute yourself. It's a conversation now. I picked you.
Okay. Okay. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. My ideal target audience, they speak English. Yeah.
So your target audience
they
speaks
are-
English, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they speak any other language?
No. They speak English and the local language. Local language is kind of like a mix of English word and their local slang. Yeah.
Okay. So good to know that your target audience speaks English. That means you need to create content in English. Now
Yep.
you have 2 options. One is hire someone that can create content in English. Like hire a content creator that speaks good English and ask this content creator to create content in English. So that's one way to solve it. 2, now AI has a lot of different usage. I'm sure that you could find an AI software that could translate. Like if you want to say something, what's your native language?
French.
Okay, so you, for example, you write it in French, but then you ask AI to translate it for you. And actually it's doing a pretty good job. Like we just published a Thai video. No one speaks Thai in my team. And we just asked ChatGPT to translate. And we sent it to someone just to proofread it just in case, but it did a really good job.
Thank you very much. The thing for me is, especially in terms of content creation, I try to create the content myself in English, but just like most of the time, I used to complicate the language, not just for me, but also my audience. I'm used to like difficult wordings in English, even though it's not my first language, but I used to, instead of using like simple English word for my
Understand.
audience to relate to it easily. That's like the regular feedback I used to get from my team. Like I use too much complicated English word in terms of content, especially when I'm creating the caption for my contents. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So these are the 2 solutions. One, you hire someone that speaks English. The other one, that you actually create content in your own language and then you use AI to translate. But actually there is even a 3rd one, that you start creating content in your own language and try to get like customers for that. Like try to attract the French speaking people.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome. Libby, what's your question?
Okay, thank you so much for the insightful presentation. My question to you is about the use of influencers to increase our engagement on social media. What's your take, considering that most of our social influencers, they promote different brands, so they end up confusing our audiences. To say today, he's promoting Money Mart, tomorrow is promoting another brand, even they can do promote direct competitors. So what's your take on influencers?
Very good question. And then that's when the authenticity comes in, right? So I totally understand. I think one is you need to use the right, you need to choose the right influencer. As when you are working with them, it's very important that you choose the right influencer. But I'm going even further. What I would do is sorry, if you're not talking, I'm gonna mute you. Okay. So what I would do is instead of asking the influencer to sell the product, I would just tell them to give a very objective like an objective view about the product. Like so it becomes less salesy, less sexy. And the third thing you can do is that you already have an interesting content calendar when you are talking. What's your product, by the way?
Okay, we are a microfinance company.
Microfinance. Okay. So you already
Yeah.
have an interesting, let's say you have some content that is about finance, maybe success stories, like how you help different people. So I would not use the influencer to create the content that sells this, but I would use an influencer as a host. So I would just tell the influencer that just, for example, I would create a story. Like I would create a very interesting video that doesn't sell. Let's say it talks about microfinance, like how to turn $2,000 to $10,000. Okay, something like that. And I would just ask the influencer to host. Doesn't need to say anything. Doesn't need to sell anything. And then I would do a collab with the influencer. So when people watch it, they will be like, "Oh, okay, this person just said like a very objective, like a very factual thing." So it doesn't feel like it's selling. And but you can still go viral. Actually, if you allow the influencer to be less salesy when you are giving the briefs and then give a bit more creativity to influencer, usually those videos also work well. One of the biggest issue many of the companies and brands make is they really want to control the narrative when they are working with the influencer. But that's not how it works. It's actually the opposite. The effect is the opposite one than what you want to achieve.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, I'm happy to help.
Diko, I can quickly
All right.
read the Slido questions. So there is the first one was, can you give us an example for the best performing hook? And then the other one was, what resources would you recommend for companies with a small team and limited budget to maximize their online presence brand?
Okay. Best performing hook. Oh God, we had so many. Usually hooks that are very relatable and in a way shocking and entice curiosity. Those work really well. So for example, from a Nas Daily video, I think we made a video about paper that is made from poof. So we basically said like, this paper is made from poof. How? Let me tell you. Something like that. Like, and we're like, what? The paper made from poof? Oh my God. Like people got very interested in it. So that's a good hook. But you can also check out the Africa's Business Heroes Instagram page. There are many videos with like very strong hook. I think the recent one was the Africa is bigger than you think, or the world without Africa. Those were like really, let me check which one actually worked really well. Like the violet one was really working well. This hook is like, you can eat this body scrubs. Yes. Like it's so interesting and she's eating it. Let me drop it here. This is one of the heroes. And then this video is about her company and about her product. But if you look at the first 2 seconds, it's so interesting because you say, you can eat this skincare product. You are like, what? You can eat the skincare product? Like, ew, or like, really? And then you also see the person eating. So this is actually a combination of emotional hook and visuals. Because if we just have a host that says, you can eat this skincare product, and I don't do anything, just the person talking, would not be as powerful. And I hope that that helps with the hook. But guys, check out the Africa Business Heroes. There are so many great hooks. The other one we did, she created eco-friendly store. This is also like a really strong one. Then Africa is bigger than you think. This is also it was like very viral. So like you can look at what kind of hooks we use in some of these videos. Let me drop it here, and then you will have a good feeling of what a good hook is. But when you send me your assignment or your homework, if you want, like you can put a hook there and say, oh, this is my hook. Or you can even put 2 options for hook there. And I can give you feedback, is this a good hook or not a very good hook? And the second question was, what do we do when we have a very limited resource, right? That's a very good question, because I feel like when you just like starting out, or maybe the team is very small, you would think like, oh, I cannot like hire an entire team, a copywriter, a video editor, you know. So good news for you. I will hire just one person, and I will hire a content creator. And the content creator can do everything. The content creator is usually very creative and knows how to edit, knows how to write a script. So instead of hiring a full team, you could just have one content creator, and the content creator can help you to put out interesting content. I would not go for more those traditional agencies, social media agencies. They just tell you what to do, and they suggest you to do static posts. If an agency suggests you to static post, please fire them. Static post on Instagram, on TikTok, they don't work. On LinkedIn, maybe, but it's very difficult to grow a page on LinkedIn. If you really want to grow on LinkedIn and then let's say get conversions, you grow you, not your company page. You grow you, and then it's through personal branding, through sharing what you are doing, and that's how you get actually customers. And we've seen that happening many times on LinkedIn, that people like see a post and they reach out to a coach or something. You can still do your LinkedIn page, but the personal pages grow much faster on LinkedIn than the company pages.
Yes, Diko, we have one more question.
Yes.
From Malak. Malak is asking, what if I'm not selling a product? If I want people to attend an event, or if I want them to subscribe to an application, my target audience is mostly moms and women, and the language is Arabic. So this one
Very
is a
interesting.
product, but wants people to either download an app and subscribe or attend an event.
Okay, event. Okay, let me start with an event.
And I think if
it's
I
your
saw somewhere, she was also asking, or someone was also asking, I think they might be from the same team. My target audience is
Okay.
mostly moms and the language is Arabic. Which one is most important when it comes to marketing on social media? Is it carousel posts or reels? I guess you can answer those two in one go.
It's Instagram. Okay, first of all, since it's Arabic, no question, you have to create in Arabic language. So that's good to know. And I think when you are talking about moms, that is a very broad target audience. So first of all, what I would do, I would niche down this target audience, and I would say like, what kind of moms? Are these moms with babies? Are these moms with toddlers? Are these moms with like kindergarten kids? Are these moms with primary school kids? Are these moms with teenagers? Like what kind of moms? That's so broad. Or is it like my mom that has a like adult kid? I'm not kid anymore, right? So that's number one that I would really think about to define my target audience much better, but I understand. All moms. Wow. What is the product? Event. Event. So what is the application about? Malak, you can unmute yourself. Discounts to all moms. No matter how old are you. And women. Okay. So then you have multiple segments. So I would actually even think about like, it's very different to target a young mom that is like, I don't know, 35 years old versus targeting like a 50-year-old. So I would probably create different segments. And maybe even like when it comes to the communication, I don't know if I would just do one event for all moms, or how am I kind of segmenting? Maybe I would focus on, out of these segments, let's say I have 5, 6 segments, I would choose which one is the main segment and I would focus on that. That's what I would do. And if people want to attend an event, want to subscribe, what can you do? So first of all, if this is your first event, you can create like a reel that promotes the event, that kind of tells you what the event is about. So I'm going to send you, this is our own flagship event that we organize every year. It's called NAS Summit. So when it comes to events, you could, someone is talking. Did you mute them? Okay. So this is our own flagship event called NAS Summit. And then the way we promote it is before the event, we create like some sort of like a reel that talks about what's going to happen at the event. Like for example, for NAS Summit, this is the biggest content creator. So for you could be like, this is the biggest event for mom. They all come together and talk about this, this, and this. If you come here, you will see this, this, and this. And kind of like showing the benefits. So I would create like one reel to promote. But if you already had the event before, then if you recorded the event, I would take out some small snippets from the event and then put it out there and show like, hey, this is how the event looks like. This is how you can hear people discuss. This is what people will be sharing on the stage. So kind of like entice the curiosity of the people to join the events. Does it help? Or if whether it's carousel posts or reels. I think reels have a much bigger reach than carousel. And then something that Instagram started recently is called the trial reels. So trial reels are reels that if you post, it doesn't show to your audience, but everyone else. So you can even test out the content. So for example, I put it out in a trial reel. Like let's say I test 2 different hooks. So I don't know which hook is going to be better. So I put both of them on a trial reel. 3-4 hours later, I check. One got 1,000 views, other one 100 views. I immediately know that the 1,000 views one is going to perform better. Then I post that. And when I post it, that's when my existing audience will also see it. It's a good trick that Instagram has introduced. The carousel on Instagram, it definitely gets the attention from the existing followers. So carousels could be good for conversion because people are expecting. Carousels are like, static. So it's probably telling something, maybe what event is happening, or maybe you are having some sort of sales. So then carousels are fine. But if you want to reach more audience, then the reels are much better.
I think Martin has had his hand up. Thank you for that decor as
Yes.
well. Yeah, it looks like a lot of us did not know about this trial reel.
Yeah,
You
the
have to
platforms
try
are
it.
changing every day, guys. If you want to keep up, you have to like keep up almost daily. It's crazy.
Mm.
Another thing that Instagram introduced 2 days ago is now their SEO is better. The search engine is better. So when before you used to go on Instagram and I put like entrepreneur in Nairobi, I would not get really good results. But now they are focusing on it. And also if in Google you search for entrepreneurs in Nairobi, the search result could be an Instagram video. They
Mm.
introduced this 2 days ago. So now you could think about like, what does SEO mean for my Instagram? And in the captions.
And then Diko, how do you know about all these updates? How
No,
do you know like
I
what has
follow
Instagram introduced?
I follow the main page of the main page of that particular platform. So on
Okay.
Instagram, I follow the Instagram, and I also follow the CEO of Instagram, Mosseri. His name is Mosseri. On TikTok, again, I follow TikTok, the main platform. I don't think LinkedIn also you follow the main, and then you just scroll a lot, so people start talking about it. It's like when VO3. Do you guys know what VO3 is? The Google VO3.
I don't.
No, so Google VO3 is an AI that can help you create AI videos. Oh no, okay, interesting. And maybe you can do one more workshop about the different AI tools that are out there. So we use these AI tools that can also help you to cut costs by the way. So Google VO3 came up with this. It's basically a tool you put, for example, Nairobi woman eating in a restaurant, and the VO3 will give you an AI generated video. So it's very cool. So when it came out, everybody was talking about it. So if you are on Twitter, and then people started to talk about it first on Twitter, because tech news is usually Twitter or X, whatever you call that platform. So technology, crypto, finance, Twitter is a good place, and politics, Twitter is a good place to be. So we were on Twitter. So when it came out, we immediately knew. Like, and the next hour, we already bought. So we were one of the first one to also start using it. Or you hire someone that really likes social media, and that person will keep up with the social media if you don't want to do it. Because I could totally understand, like, if you want to focus on business, then it's better if you hire someone that focuses on your social media. You don't want to spend your time on content creation. Maybe you can spend a little bit of money, but you don't want to keep thinking or you doing it by yourself, because then who will run the business? So then you have two options. One, if you hire a social media manager / creator, or you work with an agency. And the agency will be the one that really knows these things, because it's not just one person. Within the agency, you have like 100 people. So one of them, you read the news and already like put it out on the group chat of the agencies, like, hey guys, did you see VO3? So this is exactly what happened. Like, I was not the first one who shared the news. It was another person. And then I went on Twitter and like, oh my God, this is so cool. So like, that's how we shared knowledge within within my company.
Good.
Okay. I
Martin
do
had a
need
quick
to
question.
go.
You do need to go. Okay.
Yeah, I do need to go now.
All right. I think we can end it
Okay.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have any questions, you can also you can follow me on LinkedIn, you can message me on LinkedIn, you can drop me an email. Let me share my email here. And I'm happy to answer questions if you have some more.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Tiko. Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, guys. All the
Yes.
best.
Thank you.
Thank
Hopefully this was
you.
useful. And we'll see you in our
I
next
hope
one.
it was useful.
It was very useful.
Thank you.
Yes. I learned a lot.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.